our trip. We got into France and Paris yesterday, and our first stop here is Disneyland Paris. We have been here twice. We came here on our honeymoon in 2017, and right before everything shut down with COVID, literally days before, we were here in 2020. But so, not much has changed really. They haven't really added anything since we've been here. We're only doing the main park. We're not going into the Side Studios park, mainly because it's all right park. But anywho, we are going to be heading in, enjoying some incredible attractions, and let's have a fun day. All right, we've made it into the park. It was a little chaotic getting in through security and the ticket check and everything like that. But here we are. We just forgot, because we've been traveling so long, that it's Halloween season. And we're pleasantly surprised by all the Halloween decorations out here. But I think first we're heading to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. And those who haven't ridden the version here, it is very different from the North American versions, and I think it's way better. Mainly because you get to go under a tunnel under the river in the pitch black before you go onto the main mountain, which is located where Tom Sawyer's Island is in the domestic parks. But here we go. All right, doing Big Thunder now. I'm actually able to film on this, which is a really nice change compared to most parks. This one's full of fun. Wow, it feels so fast in the finale. Oh, it's so much better than the ones in the United States. Oh, this is so good. Up next is Phantom Manor, which is a twist on the original Haunted Mansion. It's more of a Western-themed version. I prefer the originals, but it's still really cool to see this different version here. But let's go check it out.
Collide and stay together. All our ghosts have been dying to let you.
All right, next we're heading over to Space Mountain. And just like Big Thunder, this is very different from the ones in the domestic parks. First of all, you're in Discovery Land here instead of Tomorrowland. It's like a more steampunk themed land with a lot of like really cool bronzes and everything like that. Looks way better than most of the Tomorrowland, or all of the Tomorrowlands I've seen. And then Space Mountain itself, it is a launched roller coaster with inversions. So it's a lot more intense than the standard Space Mountain experience that you would get in the US. But all right, let's go. Just got off of Space Mountain. It's actually Hyperspace Mountain. I forgot that it's a Star Wars overlay, but really pretty thrilling, especially compared to the others. Especially for an indoor roller coaster. I can't believe they can pack that much track in that tiny little building. It's not tiny, but for the amount they do, it certainly does feel like it. But definitely one of the highlights here. I think it's the best ride here at Disneyland Paris. It is amazing. One of the things about here at Disneyland Paris is their castle is impressive. It's gorgeous. I think it's the best looking of any of the ones I've seen in person. Maybe Shanghai might be the other one that could rival it, because that is a pretty spectacular looking one. But one of the things that is unique is there's a dragon you can see underneath the castle. Except not today. Unfortunately, it looks like it's down for refurbishment. But there's a cool animatronic dragon you can check out underneath the castle. It's one of my favorite things about this park. But we're gonna head over to Pirates of the Caribbean now. All right, we're heading on to Pirates of the Caribbean next. This one is actually very different than the other domestic park ones. It's got a different layout and everything, so it is really neat. It's not quite as spectacular as what you'll find in Shanghai, at least from what I've heard and seen. I can't wait to ride that one day. But this is amazing. I definitely prefer this heavily over the Magic Kingdom version, and about on par as good as the Disneyland original. So let's go. So after doing Pirates of the Caribbean again, I have to say that was pretty spectacular. That was, I think, better than the original Disneyland version. Way better than Magic Kingdom's version. I'm actually not a huge fan of that version at all. I usually skip it when I'm in Magic Kingdom because it's just a neutered version of the original. But here on this version, it's a very different layout. You go and do a whole bunch of different things in comparison to the original Disneyland version. I still think that whenever I make it to Shanghai, that is going to be the superior version because that is supposed to be one of the best dark rides in the world, but who knows when I'm going to make it out there. It'll probably be a while before that. We're going to check more of the park out now. This maze is pretty legitimate, and honestly, I'm a little lost. It's a lot longer than I remember it being. All right, we've had a nice long day here at Disneyland Paris, and we're finishing off with their nighttime spectacular Disney Dreams. It's supposed to be for the 30th anniversary. I don't know a lot about it other than I think it's got drones in the fireworks show as well, and it's supposed to be really cool overall. So I'm excited to see what's up. We got like 30 minutes till showtime. Then after that, we're done for the day. We're going to be heading into the park. We're going to be heading into the city tomorrow, and then our finale to the whole trip on Sunday. We're going to Parc Asterix, which is supposed to be an outstanding theme park, also in Paris, that has an incredible looking Intamin multi-launch coaster, Toutatis, but that's going to be a separate video and everything. Let's finish off here with a little bang here at Disneyland Paris for another spectacular day in this amazing park. Alright, so we just got finished watching the 30th anniversary show. It was really good. It reminds me a lot of Happily Ever After, using a lot of projection mapping. There was actually a really cool pre-show where they used drones and everything like that. I wish that was actually part of the main show, but it was still really cool to see, and I really hope that's a sign in the future that Disney's going to start using drones in the future with their fireworks shows. But that's a wrap here. We're going to be heading out of the park now. But like I said, we got some time in the city of Paris tomorrow, and then finale is Parc Asterix. So keep an eye out for those videos.